Hello, lovely people. We are here live from my bedroom with this gorgeous sun shooting in. So I'm going to be coming back and forth so that I can see and not be blind. I am Daniela, and in here we're going to be talking all about beauty, photography, art, and what it means to live a life where you are revealing beauty almost every single day. Now, what is beauty and why is it so controversial? In fact, it's, I think, one of the most polarizing topics that we can have in our physical world. And I guess for good measure, because a lot of things come out of beauty. Beauty is a connection to the divine, to being aligned with creation and to manifest it and to show it and have it around you in your body through your thoughts, through the way that you see the world, and the things that you choose to surround yourself with. All of it has a specific energy, and the reason it's beautiful is because we can feel and we can recognize the connection to the divine that exists within that beauty. So maybe there's got to be a better way, a better word to refer to this, but for now, we're using beauty. So, why do we love to be surrounded by beauty or to have beauty in our lives? I think as a creative, as an artist, I know when something is beautiful, when it feels complete. It has this beautiful feeling of being hugged, like things make sense, like my brain can finally relax. And it's almost something that you cannot really force. So you can't really force yourself into complete relaxation just by contact into something. There has to be a bit of an energetic exchange. So when I see beautiful things as a photographer, when I know the photo is right, I feel a complete relaxation of my whole body. It's like my organs relax, my chest releases pressure, decompresses, and I start feeling a lot of like, ooh, like, wow, that's pleasure. I start feeling a lot of excitement. It gets really, really visceral, almost impossible to ignore. It's like being in this beautiful state of perpetual enjoyment and pleasure. And we are designed to enjoy. We're designed to feel pleasure. We're designed to really take in and love what it is that we're looking at, what it is that we're experiencing. So that in my opinion is why beauty can be so polarizing, because some people can go, "Hey Danny, but what about, like resources? Not everyone can afford to be around beauty, or not everyone is beautiful." Well, that is one, a harsh statement, because sure, beauty can be subjective and it can also be objective, but beauty really is a reflection of intention. And at least through my experience, the reason I talk about this is because as a Latin American woman, um, I don't fit the standard of beauty. And what is the standard of beauty that has always been very permeated is being blonde, being really tall, and having clear colored eyes. I I'm brown through and through, which I now love, but it's taken years and it's taken conscious effort to go, wow, there is beauty that emanates within all of the particles, the elements, everything that makes me who I am. My soul chose this body, and it chose it for a purpose. And the purpose is to convey, transmit this beauty. So, as an artist, as someone who adores environments, who adores locations, objects, I love the way the light reflects in my apartment. I love that I get to feel the sun in my skin and that I get to look out into the Australian trees. All of this is attached to the reflection and beauty, to our capacity to enjoy, to appreciate our surroundings. I'm closing my eyes so much because the sun is literally on my face. Um, so, beauty is not so much about looking at someone and judging whether they're beautiful or not, because that also comes down to what it is that we attach the value of beauty to. There are things, like there are people who are capable of creating objectively beautiful items, objectively beautiful spaces. And these are all people that are very tuned in with the energy of beauty, with the energy of creation and uh, peace. You know, a lot of when you're, I'm going to scoot over. When you are working on a level of being able to tap into that specific energy of pulling out the timelessness of whatever it is that you're working with, be it in a space, be it a piece of art, photograph, creating jewelry, everything that has form and that is cohesive and has the words are escaping me right now, but it's fine. Anything that feels like you're being hugged, that is a direct reflection of the energy of the divine. And sometimes I feel like women have more of this capacity because of how much of the divine we have, um, purely because of, creation, being able to create just biologically. We have a lot of this sensitivity to spaces and energy and the way things are set up. Usually, form becomes, at least in my world, more important than function. And this is what I'm here to share with you guys. Form and objects and the space that I've created for myself, the way that my brain works, and maybe yours as well, is geared towards being able to communicate, to share, and to create a lot of emotional containment and a safe landing for, everything that's happening inside. This is going very philosophical, but I find as an artist, the only way to express all of the feelings that happen inside of me are through the container of beauty. If I wasn't able to express myself through creating a very beautiful space to live in, through having objects that make me feel like I live in a fairy tale, that I live a very elevated, beautiful, majestic life, I think my brains would struggle, to be honest. Um, I grew up in a family that loves functionality. My dad, my stepdad, they're all about functionality. My mom is not like that, but she's adapted to it. And thankfully, they realize that there is a lot of value in being able to apply craft, to apply time, to apply the intention of developing something, of molding it and making it eventually become really, really beautiful. This is really why we're so attracted to a lot of gorgeous objects and why there is this polarity. when you have a beautiful object in front of you, it will most likely be more expensive. Sure. Does that mean that we should hate on beautiful objects and look down on people who have access to them? Well, no, because if it exists, it's also there for your appreciation. Um, and sometimes you don't need to have something yourself to be able to connect to the energy of beauty. That's also why museums, in my opinion, are there, because we can't really own the objects that are in museums. They're usually part of private collections or they are owned by the state. But we go to museums, we go to look at art because that art is emanating. It's sharing beauty. It connects us back right into the essence of our soul. Um, it connects me right back into the essence of my soul. It reminds me that I can exist and create and live a life where I share my gifts without the pressure of being functional, not functional, being plain, plain. Like it reminds me that there is a lot of spiritual need for being for looking at the world through a very, very feminine set of glasses. It's the best. anyone anyone who enjoys soft fabrics, beautiful colors, like a beautifully painted wall or nice cutlery, all of these things that are so material, so tactile. Nothing wrong with it. In fact, all it's doing is it's giving you more of a possibility, more connection to your soul, to your essence, to your truth. Now, does that mean that we should all, spend loads of money and whatever into super expensive items that we cannot afford? No, because there is a possibility to create beautiful environments around you, regardless of what situation you're in. That is the purpose of looking at the world through a female set of lens, through a female gaze, through um, I guess right now the words are through a soft gaze. But yeah, um, I'm just gonna circle back to I'm gonna circle back to the controversy of beauty, and it's not about it being controversial to be beautiful. Sorry, I'm covering my eyes because now I'm almost blind. um, Sure, being beautiful can get you things. A lot of people, whether you want to complain about it or not, will be like, oh, but that shouldn't be the case. We should all be equal. But let's be really frank over here. If we were all equal, a lot of the things that exist wouldn't really exist because in our diversity and how different we all contribute different things to society, to the way that we exist. We all contribute different things to our relationships. And beauty is one of those things that comes from being connected to the essence of creation, to the essence of being able to manifest pleasure. So when I am being a photographer, when I take photos, when all of those photos that were published, my work that was published in National Geographic and in The Guardian, all of those things, they all come from the essence of wanting to create, to connect, to be there, be present in the emotions of the situation. It would have been very different for me to photograph from a desire to inform, which is very different, to a desire to connect. And in that connection, you are able to reveal so much beauty. Um, or at least that's what I was able to discover. So in this in these videos, I want to connect more to the essence of being a present, creative woman. And a lot of it happens in private, which is why I'm doing these videos, because even though a lot of art can be created in private, a lot of um, ideas can come out in private, sometimes you just need to put it out into the world. Um, like every good artist knows, every good performer knows, your work, who you are, your creations, your beauty doesn't just exist in the concealment of a cave. Beauty was made, was created, was expressed so that it could be interacted with. Now, whether you choose to interact with it in a way where you are able to appreciate it, that is what we're going to be doing here. We want to be able to appreciate it and to receive everything that it's giving us, because it's connecting us to the endless, to our endless capacity to feel the divine. It's more than simply just a beautiful object. It's more than simply just having gorgeous hair. It's the constant reminder that we are living in this world as a spark, of the divine. We are here to share, to create pleasure, to enjoy our lives. And that can look in many, many different ways. It comes through interior design, through being able to enjoy nature, through taking care of what you eat, all of those different things that everyone talks about, you know. But it has to come from within you, not through a place of pressure and having to do, because then then you're not a woman or whatever. Um, yeah, this is my desire to connect all of us more with the essence of beauty. And please send in any questions if you want to hear more about this, if you have any questions or any specific things that you would like to hear from me. Please send them through. So if you have any specific requests, let me know. Otherwise, I will come up with little surprises for you. So see you next time. And remember to enjoy. Take in absolutely everything that's going on around you. There is no better way to appreciate beauty than through gratitude.